So, I know on Disney Plus this week they released two new episodes of The Owl House, Really Small Problems and Understanding Willow, and I heard there's some really crazy shit that's happening in Understanding Willow. Unfortunately, only one of the new Owl House episodes was released on iTunes, which is the episode we're going to be talking about today, Really Small Problems. Hopefully by next week I'll be able to talk about Understanding Willow because I haven't really read the what people have been saying in detail because I'm trying to avoid spoilers, although it's been really difficult. But hopefully I can get to Understanding Willow next week. Hey, for today, let's just talk about Really Small Problems. Alright, let's talk about the new Owl House episode, Really Small Problems. So, in this episode, Ida, Luce, King, Gus, and Willow go off to this carnival. King was expecting to use the carnival as a way to spend the day with Luce, but when he goes off and spends time with Gus and Willow. So King feels left out, and he crosses paths with the character Tibbles, the scammer from Hootie's Moving Castle, and Tibbles gives King this mysterious spray. King accidentally drops it, and it sprays Gus and Willow, and it causes them to shrink. So the main conflict of this episode goes into Gus and Willow having to get Luce's attention so they can get back to their normal size. So as far as Owl House episodes go, I would say this one was okay. I think objectively in terms of a story, it does work, it does make sense, and I really enjoyed seeing these characters spend time with each other while understanding where King was coming from. I really liked the intro of the episode. I thought it was kind of neat and sort of funny. It gets quite punny at times, but in the sense that you could tell that these characters are having fun with themselves and having fun interacting with themselves. King and Luce have what they call the Luce and King comedy hour, which I thought was kind of neat. And it does pave way in that it makes me feel pretty bad for King when he does get left out of the group. But at the same time, it's not that Luce is a bad person or intending to make King feel alienated or isolated. It's more so she could spend time with her friends, and for once it does give her the opportunity to have fun with her friends rather than getting in a really hairy situation like nearly getting thrown off a cliff or getting chased by a scary student at Hexside. So you could understand where both characters are coming from, and I thought that was nice. When Willow and Gus do get shrunk down, I think my favorite scene to come from the time where they're shrunk down is I like the scene where they actually manage to get Luce's attention. Basically what happens is they lead Luce into this house of mirrors with these pieces of cotton candy. Some of them are in the shape of arrows, and Luce walks in there and sees a bunch of all these like really crazy kinds of reflections of herself, and she walks in and sees these mirrors that have Gus and Willow's reflections, and they appear to be their regular size, but then Willow points down and oh my god, they're shrunk down, they're like the size of flies. So I thought that lead up was quite creative. Another thing I liked about this episode was the climax where Luce, Gus, Willow, and King are all captured by Tibbles. I really like how King explains why he feels especially left out during this carnival. I won't give away the specifics, but it's something that goes beyond what's happening at the carnival, and it's more than just what's happening in the day of this episode, and I thought that was well explained. And even the way that they were able to get out of their situation, I thought was genuinely something I didn't expect, and it kind of uses one of Tibbles' own tactics against him. So I thought that was done pretty well. So as far as Owl House episodes go, I would say this one was decent. This is one of those episodes that's kind of more meant to be, I think, like fun to watch and see the characters having a good time. And I think it did get a smile or two out of me, and it is a easy episode to watch. It's not like one of the more like crazier episodes, which are good and drive the story too. But once in a while, it is nice to see the characters settle down a bit, emphasis on a bit, and see the characters more having a more fun kind of story. I think for me, if it had some more creative elements to it, I think it would have really made this episode even more of an enjoyable watch. Like, if it had more creative scenes, like something like the body swap episode. Not that I want to see, like, a second episode where they get body swapped and, like, the plot repeats itself. But if it had some more creative scenes thrown in there, or maybe even one or two things that I didn't see coming, I think it would have made it a better episode. But as far as episodes go, I would say Really Small Problems. I think it's a decent watch. Objectively, the story itself makes sense, and I was able to sympathize with all the characters and see where they were coming from. I just think that there could have been more fun thrown in this episode. Maybe some more creative imagery, or maybe one or two more jokes thrown in. So those are my thoughts on Really Small Problems. I'm curious to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. Really wish I could talk about Understanding Willow, but I don't think I'll be able to get to that episode this week. I'm curious to hear your thoughts down below. What did you think of Really Small Problems? Did you have fun with it? Because like I said, I do legitimately enjoy this episode because I thought it was fun, and I really liked where the characters were coming from. I just kind of could have used a few more creative visuals. So let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. I'm curious to hear I'm curious to hear even more from the Owl House fandom. So until next time, this has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thank you all for watching. Hi everyone, thanks for watching this Blood Moon Bobby video. Like and share the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos, and ring the bell to be notified about my latest uploads. Don't forget to follow me on social media for my latest opinions and video updates. I hope to see you next time.